What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes, another day, another video. Another stupid poopy banger. And yeah guys, it's me, Penguin Zero, here to talk to you guys today about MoistCritikal Situation is crazy.
What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes, another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topic, tweets, videos you want me to talk about tomorrow? Hey guys, today is Thursday, August 1st. Back to back. 4 videos in a week for you guys. Because I love you and because it's the first of the month. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, get up. And here's the boy wonder, Andy. You guys said you wanted to see him. He's still here. He was supposed to get his hair cut, but then I had to cancel it because I had gotten busy. But so yeah, here's him so that you guys can, you know, be happy and all that jazz, positivity, love, blah, blah, blah. Like and subscribe. All right, guys, we got to talk about it. We'll start off with the first topic here about Charlie, aka MoistCritikal, aka Penguin Zero, making a video about himself. That's right, the meme has come full circle. So the past week I've been talking to you guys about what's been happening with Charlie, some of the hot water that he has been in and some of the things that's been going on. He's decided to make his own YouTube video about himself titled MoistCritikal Situation is Crazy, which is, you know, hella meta because this is basically him talking about himself, which normally he would be doing with literally every other person. There's a meme out there somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. This guy said, had a dream where MoistCritikal got exposed for something terrible, and so he made a video about his own drama with a cartoony disguise, and no one knew it was him. So it said MoistCritikal Situation is insane. He copied the thumbnail, but he did not bring the mask. Okay, 0 out of 10. Charlie, what are you doing, bro? That's all you had to do was bring the mask and we all would have been happy. Anyway, so here's the video, by the way. It's got like almost 5 million views in 10 hours. One of the fastest videos of Charlie's that I've seen grown like the way that I did. I think like within like the first 1 hour, I think it almost hit 1 million views. It was everyone flooded this video to see him talk about himself and finally live up to the meme of the time where he gets canceled and has to explain himself just like he's talked about many others in the past. So yeah, I've already watched the video, but I'm going to show you a few clips, okay, and give you a quick summary of what occurred. Okay, you guys know Charlie, right? Have you guys seen my Charlie impression? I think I've shown it to you guys before, right? He starts the video, right? He goes like,
have you guys ever, you know, pooped or pee-peed your pants so bad that you fart and hiccup at the same time? The air bubbles will flow up to your skull, and then you warp and spawn point to the magic land of hell itself as Satan takes a shit in your ass and comes out of your butt cheeks. Well, that's what happened to me today.
But yeah, that's Charlie. Every single video, without fail, dude just comes up and just talks shit for about 8 to 10 minutes.
Okay, see ya.
Anyway, as for the TLDR, I have like some bullet points right here. I was taking notes because I just wanted to make sure I had it all jotted down for you guys, okay? But number one, Charlie isn't leaving the internet, okay? He was very confused because everyone had this like clickbait title of him like leaving after debating Sneeko, right? Where he just quite literally said he's taking a step back from the podcast and that's it. And everybody's like, taking a step from the podcast? It looks like you're running away from the internet and never making content again and taking a hiatus from everything just because you lost to Sneeko in a debate. Meanwhile, he like was streaming the night before and then uploaded a video at the same time that he always does. So he's like, I don't know why the internet jumped to that conclusion. And that's just because you guys know how the internet works. They just bait and they just lie. That's what people do nowadays. People nowadays just lie. Number two, he talks about his response time to speaking about the Ava Chris Tyson situation, basically being like, yeah, I basically did it as fast as I could. Okay, I streamed it the night before, and then when some of the information came out, I made a video come up the following day. You and I have had this conversation already where there's a bunch of people on the internet who are trying to like hurry up and rush people to cancel other people, you know, bring out the pitchforks and make the videos even before all the information comes out just to see if you stand on one side or another, or are you in on the propaganda, you know, things like that. That's currently what's happening on the internet space. He then talks about Sneeko, and I'm just going to go ahead and let him tell you what happens, okay, about how this whole conversation and how this whole debate with Sneeko actually started.
But from that spawned a conversation where I talked to Sneeko directly because he was very upset that I was talking about how him rallying against the age of consent is pedophile arguments, like defending pedophilia. As I've said since the very beginning of this channel, I'm always willing to engage with people I disagree with, and I thought that maybe there was a chance I misunderstood what he was trying to say, even though it's still abhorrent. I thought, okay, maybe he's not actually trying to defend. He's like some kind of pseudo-intellectual debate bro who's trying to say something else. So I was willing to hear him out on it, and I talked to him in DMs, and he said he doesn't believe in the age of consent, he believes in the age of marriage, can't assign a number to it, but said that when someone can legally drive, they should be able to marry at the same time.
By the way, come on, Charlie. I love you, bro. This is Sneeko we're talking about, right? You know daggone well this man is going to always be arguing in bad faith, okay? Sneeko appearing on your channel has nothing to do with actually being right in argument. It's just quite literally being there and existing for as long as possible so that he can just soak up as much clout as possible, okay? You lose when you speak about Sneeko or to Sneeko because he will always get like that 5% of people who are just kind of just weird, who might agree with a subject like this because they got something in their closets, right? So you will always lose because everyone already kind of hates him, but he'll still soak up maybe like 5%. I don't, I'm fondling balls. He'll still suck up like 5% of that other user base to increase his clout. And also the people who hate you as well, right? So you already lost by like accepting the debate in the first place. But he continues to talk about how he didn't even realize there was a debate and didn't realize that Sneeko was acting in bad faith in the first place. But let's continue. This tweet here says, what is the standard 18? Why can't you say what you think the age of consent be? And he says, people should legally drive and marry at the same time. So okay, I remember I got my permit. I was like 15. Was I 15? So if I'm 15 or your daughter is 15 or you know, then at the same time of being able to drive, she should also be able to marry a grown ass man or woman. Okay, that's what he's saying. Is the driver's permit age 15 or driver's license age 16? As Muslims, we believe it is our duty to follow the law of the land. He said, it wasn't a spiritual question. I have no issue with any faith at all. This is a personal belief question that your response didn't answer. So Charlie just wants an age. That's it. Give me a number. And as we continue to talk about this, that number becomes more and more clear, and you're going to be kind of, you're going to, if you don't know what he's going to say later, you're in for a ride. Buckle up.
Which is literally like a 15 or 16-year-old, because you get your permit at 15, your license at 16, and both are way too young to be marrying. That shit is completely unacceptable. It is downright disgusting.
What does he say here? He continues and says, I'm happy to discuss this in a call if you're curious. Yeah, I'm down. Do you mean now or later? Later. I'm outside doing RL stream in Turkey.
So I was willing to hear him out because, again, if this is some kind of crazy misunderstanding, I'd like to know that because it'd be really fucking scary for someone in his position with his level of influence to be actually advocating for adults marrying and fucking children.
Yes.
That's a huge problem. That's a big fucking problem. So if there was something that he was like trying to say but failing to do so, I was willing to at least hear it. And this is where the infamous debate came from. The debate that people are calling the debate of the century. I'm kidding, not a single soul on the planet said that. It's actually one of the most dog shit debates I think human beings have ever had.
Correct.
He eventually called me on Discord. I was under the impression this was just him and I talking. I had no idea this was going to be a debate. I thought he was going to try and explain himself like, hey, no, this isn't actually what I meant. This is what I'm trying to say. I thought this was a conversation between him and I.
Again, Charlie, right? Love you, my guy, right, gang, but like naivety, bro, to the this is Sneeko, all right? You know this man is a slime ball. If someone has the thoughts that he has, if you already, sorry for the freeze frame, by the way, but you know, like if someone already has the thoughts of this by saying that you 13, 14-year-olds can legally consent to marrying grown-ass adults, if someone has that in their brain, then you've got to know how deranged they are and that everything is an ulterior motive. Everything is an ulterior motive. So I don't know how you got hoodwinked like that, my guy. I feel like everyone else in the world could like see this happening like a mile away, but anyway, let's continue though. Okay, let's talk about how you ended up falling into the trap of Sneeko and then getting into, I guess, supposedly a bad faith argument.
There is nothing in our DMs that indicated that's where it was going. When I joined the call, he asked if I was going to record it, to which I said, I can if he wants me to, but I was also down to just talk. So I thought maybe he wanted it as a recording to like explain to people like, no, he's not actually a pedophile defender or advocating for that kind of thing. So I thought that is why he asked. I didn't know it was because it was being streamed. Especially because one of his last DMs was about how he's doing an outside IRL stream and he would call me after. To me that says when he's done streaming, that's when we'll talk, not as a part of his stream.
Okay, that's fair.
I didn't know this was a debate nor a stream until about an hour and 40 into it, roughly somewhere in that ballpark. I am not a debater. I've never claimed to be one. I never want to be a debater. I've always said that I believe conversation.
I'll pause right here too as well, because we're gonna go to the next point. But yes, this is how he basically got into the debate with Sneeko. Okay, and he claims here that he, is terrible at debating. He doesn't want to. He hates it. He believes it has to do with the fact with both sides basically trying to get points, like it's a sports team. Not about talking and having a conversation and having a meeting of the minds, but just seeing how well you can beat up the other person. He just doesn't like it, so he doesn't claim it. So he basically says like his way of interacting with it was more of a trying to talk things out, not trying to debate whatever how it was designed. So remember I told you guys to buckle up. Okay, this is the clip. This is the part that I'm gonna show you guys that kind of made a lot of people like turn their heads like completely 360. When I didn't even know that this was actually a part of the debate. It was really bad. And I was like, wait a minute, Sneeko, what are you saying, brother? Right? Like, I get it. People trying to mess around with the age of consent, the 17, 18, 16 laws, like right there, they're playing with the teeter and being like a 17 legal in some states and yada, yada, yada. This one was not that.
We're talking globally. Let's just talk globally. Like, do you think it is okay for, I'm not talking about just you specifically anymore, anyone. Do you think it's okay for anyone in their 20s, an adult, to marry a 15 or 16-year-old?
A 21-year-old, if there was a marriage where the father consented and the daughter consented, and it was both good on both families and they wanted to do it, why am I going to get involved? Why should we get the government involved?
Even get back a little bit. Do you think there's not a problem with a child being with an adult?
Okay. We haven't even agreed upon what a child and an adult is. You keep saying that it's 18.
Under 18 is child.
And I'm telling you, that's not even the definition of the word.
What is the number? I just told you a number, or else you can do the same thing.
I just told you this.
I just wanted to show you guys this scene right here really fast. Right here, okay? Zoom in on Charlie. This is exactly how we all felt, right? If someone is telling you, like, trying to define the word child to you, right? Like, you say, hey, should children be with adults? Well, what constitutes a child? Let's have that conversation really fast, right? And can't actually answer a question that seems very straightforward right there. That's how everyone is feeling right now, is like, what in the goddamn world? Who am I speaking to?
What is the number? It needs to be a number, or else you can do the same thing.
I just told you there's not a number.
But do you see why that's a problem?
No.
If there's no defined... So why can't a 12-year-old marry an 18-year-old?
Because most 12-year-olds haven't gone through puberty yet. And most 12-year-olds...
What if, as you just said, it changes. What if a 12-year-old went through puberty early, the parents consent, the 18-year-old and the parents consent? Can they do it?
Most likely that's not going to happen. You know why? Because Islamically, if
we're not talking most likely, just say it.
If the families have consented, the kid is mature, the kid is ready. Why should I stop
At 12 years old. At 12 years old.
If the kid is physically mature, the parents consent, both parties are happy.
A 12-year-old being physically mature.
If that's the only line that actually makes sense.
Oh my God, Sneeko, what are you doing? Oh, he's justifying a 12-year-old who went through puberty early to marry grown-ass people? What do you mean? They're 12. Holy... Oh, if all the parties involved, then yes, this grown-ass adult man, who's, by the way, doesn't have to be 20, he can be 30, he can be 40, okay? As long as he's an adult, he can be whatever it is. This grown-ass freaking man can have actual intercourse and sex with a 12-year-old just because they hit puberty earlier? Bro, where were you when you were 12, guys? Oh my God. Where were you? Think about it. Go back in time. Go through the bubbles. I'm pretty sure we were like in 6th grade? Middle school? Not knowing what the hell was happening around the world? Like, I think at that point in time, if you were 12, the furthest thing that you had when it came to any kind of relationship was potentially holding hands, right? And walking down the hall. And that was a big ass deal. And you're saying that at that age, you should be able to have freaking intercourse with a grown ass person? Sneeko? Sorry. I had to calm down. But that seems to be his number. The number seems to be the point where any child hits puberty. So, yeah, go ahead. If you get puberty at 10 or 11, bam, you're ready for marriage? Sneeko? Oh, man. That's nasty. That's filthy. I think we can all agree, okay? I think we can all agree. If there's one of you... Please bring up the argument. Someone can say why it's okay for someone who hits puberty at 10 or 11 or 12 to be out here marrying grown ass people. I don't understand the line of logic that makes sense there. Even with what he is saying right now, that's just absolutely disgusting.
And I don't think a 14-year-old can ever be physically mature.
Even though they literally can. Even though puberty actually defines that, it's fine.
I don't believe so. I was 14 once. But I actually had a mustache when I was 14. Would you have looked at me and said I was physically mature enough to get married?
If you were physically mature, if you were mature, yes, I would. Okay.
Really? When I was 14.
Yeah. If you were 14 and you were ready to go and you met another 14-year-old, yes, I would.
No. We're talking adults.
Yeah,
you keep going back to that.
That is
keep
adult.
going to the kids.
I told you my definition. I told you the definition. The definition. Okay. If you went through puberty, you're an adult. That's the definition of adult. So yes, if you're an adult and you had a mustache, you're ready to get married, fine. Okay.
Unironically saying a 14-year-old adult, I think, would make most sensible people want to puke.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many instances of this, and a lot of the conversation was spent with him talking about like overseas age of consent, like talking about how Japan's age of consent was 13 for the longest time, this and that. But the whole thing was like pulling teeth, and it was painful. And I think it's extremely alarming perspective to have. Unironically calling a 14-year-old and 12-year-old mature enough for a marriage, those are middle schoolers. Like, holy shit. I think that is extremely concerning to be advocating for something like that. Like, would Sneeko be okay if his best friend ended up marrying a 14-year-old? He certainly shouldn't be. No one should be okay with something like that. Like, that's fucking terrible. Yeah. That is actually terrible.
So yeah, that's the part that everyone's stomachs was kind of twirling around and being like, this is the guy that you brought up for a debate for 2 hours. So yeah, let's wrap this up because I feel like we've been on here for a little bit too long. Then he goes on to talk about how he supports the LGBT community, and that's not a surprise. He has always been pro LGBTQ and has supported everyone who has been a part of that community. So that wasn't like some hidden secret or anything like that. He also talks in pretty great detail the whole thing about the trans debate. So what had happened on the internet was like Sneeko had made some like that argument, right, about how it's okay for 12-year-olds to basically be in relationships. And then the argument that was made on Charlie's side that people felt was weird was that Sneeko had said something about the extent of like, you know, a young kid basically just being able to walk up into a doctor's office and getting your junk chopped off in order to get a gender swap. And Charlie said that his response to that was that he thought that he was speaking in hyperbole. It was kind of more so like a matter of factly like, yes, I'm okay with the transition, but not the actual fact of just chopping a kid's like penis off kind of thing. I think he had mentioned that that's something that's supposed to be legalized usually at the age of 18 when that can be allowed. I think some places somewhere allow it younger. I'm not exactly sure, but he was of the understanding like, yeah, at the age of 18, you can do whatever you want with your body kind of situation, not applying that to children. But yeah, the long story short is he thought it was a hyperbole and he was just talking about it matter of factly, not quite literally was his explanation. And he supports that if children or teenagers want to go through that process and that step with their parents and their mother and a professional and they go through all the proper procedures, you know, leading up into that point, that he is completely fine, okay, with them having those resources to go ahead and make that transition if that's what they want with professionals involved is his stand. Last but not least, he addresses a lot of things that I've been talking to you guys in great detail. We were talking about Ludwig this whole week, this whole concept of how the internet is starting to act and how it's starting to weigh down on content creators and how it's starting to make things a lot weird. He feels like when it comes to the internet and the cyberspace, it used to be his place of escape from reality, and now it's kind of backwards. Now he finds himself in a place where he has to disconnect from the internet and go escape to the real world and touch grass in order to find that comfort, because Charlie has gotten so big, right? And he started talking about a lot of heavy subjects and heavy issues like dramas and everything. It brings in, you know, that kind of community of people like, hey, Charlie, MoistCritikal used to be hee hee ha ha
funny man who talks about things and farts and coughs and poops and I'll see you guys later
kind of guy. And now he's the guy that's talking about some of the most serious, heinous things that we hear on the internet and the YouTube space, and people have a lot of opinions about his opinions. Okay, now suddenly we're gonna be like, hey guys, we have to have a real conversation. This is really bad, and here's why. And even when talking about things like the Cody Co situation, apparently he still gets shit no matter what. Now we're at the point, again, this is what I talked about, but it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how fast you respond, all right? If you exist on the internet and you give yourself an opinion, then you put yourself in the bucket of being hated regardless, because there's a lot of visceral, hateful energy out there, right? You can be the money man and give people money for free. Just go around giving everybody money and you will have a section of the internet, a pretty large one, who hates you for doing that. What else? He talks about the whole fact that the internet calls him like a centrist, a fence sitter, where he just basically agrees with like the common denominator, like the biggest mass, in order to appease the most amount of people. And he basically refutes that and says like, look, I'm not out here trying to do puppet strings or whatever. He's just a guy, just a normal dude who just talks shit, right? And these are just some of his opinions. Some of his opinions fly and some of them don't, but he's not out here trying to mass manipulate the mass for information. It's not that deep. People were basically looking into it and wanted to be that deep, maybe to paint him as a specific image. And that's kind of what people do. They put people in buckets, but he's like, nope, I'm just the guy that comes up here and talks shit. I use my platform as a diary. And whenever I find something interesting, I talk about it just so I can have that on the record in the background. And I do it with you guys as well. I'm just goofing off, okay? It's not that serious, but you know, people want to take it that serious. So he's saying he's going to start slowing down on the drama talks and go back more to some of the goofy talks and everything, kind of similar to what Ludwig was saying. And yeah, that's the end all be all of the video. In my opinion, I think what's occurring here is that, you know, Charlie is massive. He's a behemoth, okay? Even if he is just a ha-ha, he-he funny guy, like he's also become the person that people listen to and talk to because they like you. You seem like a pretty normal guy, and that's what makes like him normal, right? You're not trying to be anything special because, you know, people can see past that shit, right? Like authenticity is what people are looking for, and we're not looking for experts all the time. I'm not sitting here looking here for the scientists to give me the best information for certain facts and titles. To be honest, I just want to know like how normal people feel about normal shit, because that's kind of how I feel. That's what I do with you guys. Like that is relatable, and that's kind of what his strength is, because he's an influencer, right? Because my man can get 5 million views in like 9 hours, right? Because he is this figure now, like the hee ha ha guy that he is now being instrumental. His audience is filled with a lot of people who aren't his audience, right? There's a lot of people who hate watch this man, who have a hate boner for Charlie, which I find so interesting, how there's so much visceral, hateful energy for people like MoistCritikal, like Charlie, who don't touch kids, who don't do any problems, who don't go out there and commit any crimes, that give away money, that like kind of stay in their own space and just have fun, and they're not out there like enforcing or encroaching or pushing their thoughts and ideas on the other people. They're just sticking to their little bubble and their little community and having fun, right? It's like that meme where everyone's kind of like chilling, and then someone comes out there and points at it and you get that big thumb. Like he's just literally chilling with his homies in the gangs, right? And people on the sideline have been like, boo, you centrist, boo, we hate you, boo, why you talk like that? You get like you don't like his opinions, that's fine. I can also get if you don't like really like his content, it's not your cup of tea, that's totally fine too. I'm not justifying the fact for people kind of like disliking his content or calling it slop. He even calls it slop and makes fun of himself for talking about shit that does not matter, right? I get it. You can dislike that, I guess, but I feel like the kind of energy that he puts out there isn't negative. It's not really bad, right? Compared to all of the people we've been seeing this past year, right? That makes you feel really, really, really bad. Why is Charlie becoming like criminal number one and people are canceling him, dog? I'll tell you why, man. Because secret agendas and wars, bro. People are trying to make content on Charlie. That's all it really is, right? Like you can take a normal dude who's not really doing too much, and maybe he says something a little weird, and you know that's going to get all the clicks and the views, and we radicalize it, and that's how people get paid into money, and that's how information in the world work. It's kind of like radicalizing and making things way, way more worse than it really is. But yeah, guys, that's the MoistCritikal Penguin Zero making a video on himself situation, addressing all of the concerns, I think wrapping up most of the stuff, and him saying that he's going to take a step back from talking about drama. We shall see. I have a feeling that's not going to work for any content creators, right? Because the moment that like a big YouTuber comes out and something bad happens again, and it's really bad and it's about drama, right? It's going to be like,
you know, hey guys, so I said I was going to take a step back from this whole drama thing, but this one is too big to escape. It's a mountain that's too large that my poo-poo pee-pee pop up.
I don't know why Charlie impersonations are like the best. I love Charlie, man. I've been watching that Hobie guy for a long time. Anyway, I'll keep you guys posted if anything comes from this. Ah, shit. Here we go again. All right, Kai, a lot of you guys asked me to talk about this really fast. The Doc has returned to the internet. Less than 30 days. My man said, you know what? I'm just going to take a vacation. I'm going to go to the Poconos or to Thailand, go take a vacation with my family after, you know, getting canceled on the internet because it came out finally why he got banned on Twitch. He committed and confessed that he was talking to a minor that he knew was a minor sexually and suggestive in the Twitch whispers, right? It was all confirmed by him himself. There's no speculation. People want to see it, right? People want to see the proof. But, you know, the guy out there who actually did it quite literally said, I did it. Yet my man's is getting full support. We're going to talk about this and we'll talk about this, okay? But here's the picture that he posted. Oh! Spill my coffee. No.
Please, not right now.
Okay, we're back. I spilled coffee on my keyboard. I really hope this doesn't start malfunctioning. I don't know if I even have a backup keyboard. I can't. Not today. I gotta get ready for Otakon. Anyway, all right, DrDisrespect, he posted this tweet. It's a picture of him playing chess against somebody who's playing checkers, and it's him in the background doing this whole thing right here. And yeah, that's it. And my initial response to basically this is basically, what do you mean by that? What are you saying? What are you trying to say, Doc? What are you trying to say, that you are playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers? Because that's not what the internet felt. The internet felt, hey, so you just came here to play a game of chess, huh? Bro, that's probably one of the worst memes you could have done, bro, because yeah, saying that you're playing checkers with someone, people immediately made the joke that he was playing checkers with a child who is basically the victim of the whole situation in real life in the first place, because people feel like this is just, you know, DrDisrespect, a pedophile person type, groomer type person coming back into the limelight to say like, yes, you play video games with children, as seen here. DrDisrespect getting ratioed by Gogeta. Where said, I heard you a pedophile, man. I heard you like little boys and girls. And then he responded and said, little brainwashed woke boy putting out Dragon Ball Z GFX with Kendrick Lamar lines got me big time, right? Failing to, you know, out ratio his ratio, so his response falling a little flat here, right? But it's interesting, he's using the term woke boy, right? I think that's a little bit interesting, right? Because, you know, both people who are woke or not woke or anti-woke will always use this Gogeta image, but more on that one soon. Man's got potentially community noted, hasn't happened yet, but apparently this was like waiting for approval, where it says DrDisrespect is playing chess, a game meant for an older audience, and is suggesting his following is playing checkers, a game meant for kids. He's implying that himself, DrDisrespect, enjoys playing with kids. Oh my god, how did you not know this was gonna backfire, bro? Udor out here saying, I'm assuming the one taking the photo is too young to understand chess. If you don't guys see this image, by the way, I think DrDisrespect cheated as well, right? His pawn right here is moved up one piece. I think another pawn right here is moved up, and then his bishop is moved out to the front, right? So whoever's playing has already AFK'd from the game. He's not actually playing with anybody, right? It's like they're AFK and he's already made 3 moves. So again, what do you mean, bro? What does this mean? And how do you come back from this? Let's talk about how he's actually confirmed that he was talking to a minor, and yet he's being met with massive amounts of praise on the internet. This is how you do it. This is what we call the alt-right pipeline. Now, for those of you guys who might be watching, okay, you're like, oh no, how many politics and all this stuff, or maybe you're on the right, okay, relax. I think everybody on the left and the right, radicals, everyone understands what this pipeline is, okay? Everyone uses it. Everyone's very aware of it, okay? It doesn't matter if you're left or you're right, centrist, whatever. What occurs is that you go out into the world and you usually get canceled, or you do something bad and you get called out for it, and then suddenly like, oh man, this is bad. You know, I'm in a place where nobody likes me. The way that you can always recover from this situation is to go and grift. Go to the alt-right and start saying all of these specific things that people in the alt-right basically feel and echo it, right? Just literally just say it word for word, bar for bar. We've seen it. It's a tale as old as time, right? Just go there and start hating the gay people, and start hating the trans people. Just start hating all of these things that all these other people hate, and they'll be like, yeah, we got an ally. You've been excused for your past misgivings. In this case, this person said, is this you playing with the minor? And then DrDisrespect, good one, she, her. The internet will never fix your real threat, ... depression. Dang. So he started dunking on the pronouns, right? That's one of the ways that you guys can like basically win faith, is basically dunk on people who use pronouns, or the trans community, or the gay people, whatever. Just dunk on somebody and project, and you will get the kudos points because he got plenty of it from that. He also psychoanalyzed this person and said, the internet will never fix your real threat, depression. So like now suddenly based off of this, right, literally saying, is this you playing with a minor? He has confirmed that this person has depression, and then says, oh, is that why you were offline for a month? Thanks for the tip. Here's one for you. Don't inappropriately message kids again, right? Like, this isn't a controversial take, but if you are grifting, if you are attacking the she's and the theys and the hims, if you're attacking it, you will have allies, okay? Not even trying to be controversial. And guys, for you guys leaning on the right, because I know a lot of you guys on my platform lean on the right, and that's totally fine. I love you guys too as well, right? Like, y'all know how this thing works, okay? You guys got fake fans sliding over to you in order to protect themselves to recover, bro. And I've seen it. There's so many people who get canceled and then suddenly they have a podcast that is all echoing the same exact information and rhetoric, right? But yeah, DrDisrespect is back and everyone's making these memes and jokes and funs and poking at him. He's getting ratioed. I'm very curious to see how he comes back. He might just pull a Nick Merckx or something. I don't know, but if he can, this needs to be studied. I really do think this needs to be studied. Like, I don't know what you're supposed to do in this situation. And then when he gets the support that he's going to get, does this mean that it doesn't matter what you do? As long as you hate the right type of people, then you can commit crimes? You can talk to kids? How is this going to play out? What exactly is he going to say? What do you do when you're DrDisrespect, right? You've already confessed that you talked to a minor inappropriately and sexually. You've already said it, that it occurred. So what exactly is going to be your smoking gun that makes you come out and have a gotcha moment towards everyone? Like, what is the gotcha? That's what I'm very curious about. We'll find out. I'll let you guys know. But this is DrDisrespect returning to the internet with a very vague image that kind of has a lot of different mixed information. You guys get home. Tell me what you predict, okay? This is a wild way to basically end the month. Is DrDisrespect coming back within like 30 days? All right, guys, in the video with a couple of some random stuff. Okay, it's Thursday. I'm not going to be making any videos for you guys for the rest of the week because I'm going to be at Otakon, okay, in the DMV. So if you guys are going to be there and if you see me, say what's up, okay? It's totally fine. I would love it if you guys would come up to me and say hi. We could take a picture or whatever, okay? Don't be shy. Don't be like, oh, that's Omni, but he looks like he might be busy and he doesn't want to. No, come over here. Take a picture with me, okay? I probably can't hang out and have a full-ass conversation with you for like hours and hours, but definitely come up and if you see me, say hi, okay? I'll be in a Hisoka cosplay. Again, please don't judge me for that. I had decided I was going to be Hisoka last year, right? Because I like Hunter x Hunter. It's my favorite anime. And it just so happens that this year, all right, I had already decided before this year took place, okay? Just know, all right? Maybe it was my fault that all of this stuff started happening, but just don't connect two and two. Please don't cancel me, bro. Anyway, honestly, I want to know what plans you have for the rest of the summer before falls. My plans are make a bunch of content for you guys. In August, I plan on just making a lot. I think I plan on dropping 4 to 5 videos weekly, especially the news ones for you guys more consistently because I like it. I'm creating a good routine with it. I'm going to the gym a lot. What do? Man, I don't know if I'm doing anything like going out and touching grass a lot, but I have a lot of projects that I'm working on for you guys in the background that I still have to keep kind of hush hush. I have some merch that I'm working for you guys as well that I think you guys will absolutely freaking love. And outside of that, I'm not sure. I need to figure it out. I'm really looking forward to hoodie season, to fall season, to pumpkin spice latte season. Fall is my favorite season, okay? Fall is the best season, right? Because it's when the bugs start dying, the weather gets a little bit chilly, the hoodies come back in, okay? It's not too cold where you can't just put on a jacket or a light hoodie and be fine, but it's not so hot that you can't like escape and you can't be outside while the sun just beams on you. Fall is the best season, hands down, 1000%. I know some of you guys are saying, no, Omni, spring is the best. No, spring is when all the bugs come to life and then they bite you and they eat you and they get, no, Fall is number one. You guys can rank the other ones on the tier list however you like. But yeah, that's all I really plan on doing. And also I'm hanging out with the Patreon and the Omniverse a lot, okay? Another plug if you guys want to, but I'm opening up slots again for the Omniverse starting this week. Like I said, I have a Patreon, patreon.com/Omni, and I have a tier on there where basically I do this thing called the Omniverse, which has been absolutely fun. Me and the guys in the Discord, we hang out every single day and we figure out basically how to level up, how to grow, how to increase our discipline, how to increase our money, how to make better YouTube content. We talk, we chill, and we just figure out how to improve in our lives, all right? Again, I told you guys about this before, but I've been trying to go through this journey physically, mentally, emotionally of just getting better at everything that I do and being surrounded around like-minded individuals who kind of want to do the same thing. I know it sounds kind of like a spiel, but like I've been desperate to find it IRL. I have not been able to find that kind of community IRL. And so I just created it and you guys came in and you guys came through and it's so freaking awesome. Not going to give you guys a lot of spoilers, okay? Because I like to keep this a little bit on the hush hush, right? But we do have one thread on here called like the sweat pics, which has been really awesome, right? Where everyone comes in and they go outside and they sweat, okay? Whether they go to the gym or whatever, get some exercise, whatever. We post pictures of each other that we're all sweating and it's really dope because it's kind of like an accountability thing. Everyone looks forward to seeing their gym progress. It's really freaking dope. A lot of people are leveling up. People are working out for the first time. People are getting new routines. Everyone's talking and having ideas back and forth. It's awesome. So I'm going to be spending a lot of my summer, fall, and even winter in this place. Lastly, I created a system to like an award system, right? So I do these weekly challenges like the sweat challenge or drinking water or finances, just something that you guys have to do that's kind of hard for the week. And then you have to post proof for it. And then I'm giving like rankings and badges and points. And then I plan on, oh man, this is going to be so fun. A class system where you can like choose which class you want to be a part of. Or I was thinking about introducing like a you know, like Harry Potter, which is like Gryffindor and Slytherin and stuff. Thinking about creating that as well. And like based on your personality, I was going to have you guys take a quiz, you fit into classes, and then we can have like group tournaments or group points. I have a lot of plans for it, but the whole point of it is that people who just really want to be a part of a community, you're just not really happy with where you are in life. You know, the games aren't hitting, you still are not, you know, accomplishing your goals. You have your to list is getting bigger. You don't feel motivated. Something's wrong internally. Like, you guys know whether or not you feel like something is off with your life. And sometimes you just find it difficult to find, you know, how to fix it. And I created a community that feels like people are all trying to fix it together and get stronger a lot better. Just, I like it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. That's the shill. I'll probably be opening up slots and then I'll be closing it again. I usually open it up for like a week or so, maybe even less, to be honest. And then I open up a wave and then I'll probably close it down and I won't open it up again until like maybe mid-September or October. So you guys can go to the Patreon, patreon.com/InfernoOmni. Again, you don't have to either, but this is my favorite place in the world to be right now because I feel like I'm really leveling up my life. I like the fact that me doing that with everyone else seems to be doing that for everyone. It's like everyone is just growing. That's where my energy has been, and that's where I'm going to continue putting my energy right now so I can keep getting better and better. Mr. Troy said, bring us some positivity. Talk about what you ate today, what exercises you did, how are you staying physically as well as mentally healthy in this crazy world? So yeah, a lot of it, I mentioned it, is basically the Discord is where I put all my energy and time. A lot of my physical activity goes there. In terms of like exercises, for real, what I do, right, is I go on a Stairmaster, I do some form of cardio for about 20 to 25 minutes, which is exactly the same amount of time for watching anime. I'm watching Hajime no Ippo all over again, right? And it's so fun watching anime while doing cardio because cardio sucks. But if you only watch anime when you do cardio, it incentivizes you to actually go so that you can watch more of the anime. I don't watch any kind of like sports anime outside of the gym. So I get excited to go to the gym so I can watch more sports anime. It's just one of the ways to keep me motivated and doing things that I hate to do. But outside of that, I do a lot of strength training, okay? I've been trying to recover from my injury. So like I'm built, but I'm not as strong as I used to be. So I'm still trying to work out around my injury. But I got, you know, you guys know me. I got that sleeper bill. You probably seen my Instagram. You guys probably see me around. Y'all know y'all know I keep that thing on lockdown. But yeah, that's and in terms of what I eat, just lots of protein, lots of water, and I eat a lot of things, but I keep myself, I'm still in the cut. I will start bulking in the fall. After the summer is gone and the hotness is gone, I'm going to start bulking and your boy's going to get a little bit bigger and I'm going to cut back down again so I can add a little bit of lean muscle mass to my body. But that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm staying mentally well by keeping my physical body like just up as much as possible so I can eat as much food as possible. And then also just trying to discipline myself and do the things I want to accomplish in life and not push things to the side. I'm trying to just grow and evolve, and that's what I've been doing. So Reverie said, talk about how to achieve your dreams. Guys, are you at home? Do you have dreams? You want to know how to achieve them? It's not hard. It's just a matter of, in my opinion, achieving dreams, whatever it is that eventually at some point in time, you have to become obsessed with the concept of achieving that dream. If your dream is something that you want to do, but you're kind of like, yeah, if it doesn't happen, it is what it is. I don't think it's ever going to happen. Period. I think people who achieve their dreams, who do things that are really crazy, are obsessive people who will not stop, who won't quit, who don't take no for an answer, and will figure out how to do anything possible to make it happen and put that time and energy in. I think that's how you achieve your dreams, is to become obsessed with achieving said dream. You can look at Naruto, for example. That guy was a freaking freak. I'm going to be Hokage. I'm going to be Hokage. Blah, blah, blah. Shut the hell up, bro. Get on my goddamn nerves. But get it. You want to be Hokage? You got to be that guy in real life, where people tell you like, shut up, bro. You're getting annoying. What's wrong with you? Why are you pursuing this nonstop? You need to be obsessive, because obsessive people are usually always the ones who put in the time and energy necessary to get what it is that you want. That's how I feel about it, because I feel like when it comes to achieving anything in life, our biggest obstacles are usually ourselves. A lot of times there are like boundaries that we can't cross physically, that, it's something we have to figure out. But the biggest, I want to say, challenge for most of us, I think, is ourselves, because we mentally block ourselves from winning or going forward before we can. We see an obstacle and we say, well, damn, now I don't want to do this anymore because this obstacle looks too big. Whereas mentally, you can look at said obstacle and be like, man, this is a big obstacle. I can't wait to overcome it, because when I do, I'm going to be a stronger person and get closer to my dreams. The way that you think, mentally can change and shape how you live your life drastically, which is a whole part of discipline and just mentally growing as well, becoming mentally unstoppable, where you feel like anything that you put your mind to, you will and can do. It's just a matter of time. I think that's how you achieve your dreams. You have to change your paradigm. There's a few books that I've been recommending to a lot of people in my Discord as well, but you guys know 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I really have been loving Atomic Habits as well. It's been absolutely game changing in terms of like the whole concept of Kaizen and putting 1% growth into your life. But you got to get laser focused. You got to focus. You got to stop floating in life. You got to stop drifting. You got to stop resting. You got to start earning your rest. You got to start depleting your HP and going out and fighting in battles, and then resting, and then you rest, and then you restore your HP, right? That's how you level up. You can't level up if you're not fighting battles, if you're not challenging yourself. And I think when it comes to achieving your dreams, the best thing that you can do is set a bunch of challenges up to that point, because those challenges will be hard, will deplete your HP, you'll level up, but as you keep growing and growing and growing, you'll get closer and closer and closer to said dream. That's my answer. And as somebody who's a little bit older, probably some of you guys, don't let your dreams be dreams, okay? Do what you need to do to survive, have that job, have that side income or whatever. But for real, if there's something in the back of your brain that's itching, if there's an itch that you need to scratch, that you can't get rid of, that you think about every freaking day, that's that secret obsession that you want to tap into. Do it, because that's what life is about, bro, is pursuing what you want in life. Okay. Don't let it fall to the wayside. Pursue it and do it. And if you have problems, fix it. Okay. Don't tell me why you can't do it. Okay. Just tell me how you're going to figure out to do it. Okay. You can say can't all you want. I can't do this, I can't do that. Or you can say, man, this is really difficult for me to do. I need to figure out how to get past it. Change your mindset. That's how I feel about it. And that's kind of like the energy I do in the Discord as well. All right, guys, there was more news I wanted to talk to you guys about. Okay, but I got to get out of here. I got to go get ready and packed for Otakon. Okay, so I gotta record this video, finish recording it, and then I got to edit it, and then and I got to get it out. Okay, so be on your best behaviors. Every time I leave the internet to just basically live life a little bit, you guys just, I don't know what y'all be doing. The internet's just like, Omni's gone, time to burn, and the worst things imaginable happen. Okay, please be on your best behavior. I will catch you guys on Monday. All right, I love y'all. Y'all take it easy, have a good one, and stay safe on the streets. Keep your mental game up, and thanks for watching for all this time, whether it's been a couple of days or a couple of years. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all, man. And yeah, that's it. I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna get out.
All right, guys, y'all take it easy. Bye.